I
It
was
gets a
talking.
little bit awkward sometimes.
It was getting real awkward when we were talking to Fungori and Cap Casino. I kind of choked up a little bit.
Oh, I see. All
I
right.
mean, yeah. Yeah, we just wanted to talk beforehand, so it's not as awkward. Um, so question: how is your experience with the rogue community like nowadays? Because back in the day, it was a lot more chill. Nowadays, it's just a lot of FFD slaves. A lot of guys.
Hmm. Well, firstly, I think it depends on like. I mean, obviously, there's the artifact houses with like for Frozen's, Linus, and all that, but there's also like the other side of the community where they're mostly just freshies or just like sometimes supers, maybe ultra without. That side of the community
Bro,
is also pretty chill.
yeah. Whatchamacallit, bro, you fucking did us dirty and bad. I'm the Lord of House Tier 3 sub, bro, and we had a new member, and he was in one of your videos, and you're a freshie guy, and he was a base class, and he got his shit rocked.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we clowned on his ass so hard after that video.
Oh, which video was it?
Um, it was, I don't know, it was just like a background video over you
Eh,
talking, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
yeah,
I
you
see.
were like a guy in with the tome, and you killed like a morbid. He was a morbid.
Yeah.
I see. Pretty interesting.
Mhm. Like, I don't know. Personally, what time did you join Rogue? Did you join like when it first started out, or did you join like halfway? Well,
Yeah. Like December 15th, I
December
think,
15th?
December or like December 10th. So
Yeah.
it's almost about to be like a year anniversary, I guess you could say.
Holy shit. Yeah, I've been playing for like, I think a little bit more than a year. I think. What time did we start playing? Because we started last summer. Not last summer, like, I don't
Yeah, it
know.
was like in the summer. I just bought that game and watched some video and stuff, and for now still playing.
I don't know. I've never, no offense to Infernaso, I never really liked the guy. I mean, for his ABA videos, I don't really have anything against him, Rogue Lineage wise. He was an okay guy. Um,
I see.
yeah. How was like your experience getting your first Ultra? Like,
It took quite a bit. It took like I think a couple weeks.
really?
I think yeah. First which was Spy. I did go hybrid. I went CKDK like a bunch of times because I liked it.
Hmm.
But at the time you could still emulate chain pool too, so that's what I would do. And it was pretty busted, I guess you could say. But I never really got an ultra until Spy, and then I think afterwards. And what was it afterwards? I think it was Deep Night, maybe. I don't know, but at the time it was pretty difficult for me to get an ultra because I still had a house. Like as soon as I started Rogue, I had like my first like character. I think had like 20 days or 27 days or something like that. And it was only a base
God
mage,
damn, what the fuck?
base
Jeez,
class mage.
27 date. I mean, I think that was for me as well, because I also had like a bunch of days on an account, but it wasn't really progressed for my first couple of progressions. That's how I made my first house. It was called Andromeda, but that account got banned because I thought I didn't have any footage of it happening. But essentially, what happened was somebody flew me over to Castle Rock, and I wasn't aware if you're under 3 days and you pick up like, so I picked up a diamond, which I guess is considered an artifact. So I got banned, and I looked like around 8 months later to see if I had any footage of me getting banned, just because I was curious. And I found it, so I sent it to the Rogue mods. But I guess I have a policy: if it's over 6 months, then you
Uh,
can't get your account restored, which I guess is fair. But if I just did it like at least like 2 months earlier, I would have had my account back.
I see.
That was pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Well, for the most part, getting an ultra not too bad.
How long did it take, Eddie? How long did it take you to get your first ultra?
That took like some months and stuff. When
Yeah,
I
you
got
can't. You want.
construct, everything got easier. I just traded with people. and made its homeless sacrifice, and then I basically just got Ultra.
Agamatsu. Whatchamacallit? Did you have any help when you first started out?
Yeah, a decent amount. Because I
Would
was
you?
the lord of the house. We were a bunch of freshies, but we kind of helped each other.
Mm,
So I did
yeah, that sounds
did
kind
receive more
of.
than help.
It kind of sounds like my house right now as well. They're not good at the game. No offense to them, because you could definitely tell in your video that they're ass. Like I don't know. I prefer having a bad house that's fun than a really sweaty house. That's just me
So
personally.
that's understandable.
Yeah, I'll be back in a second.
And so, how do you like come up with new video ideas and stuff?
Process can be pretty difficult since I upload quite frequently. I think, well, first off, I think if the video would be like fun for my viewers to watch or just somewhat interesting, or at least entertaining, because I just want to entertain my fans, right?
Yeah,
Uh, Second off, I can either get like maybe video suggestions, like somebody will suggest an idea, I'll be like, oh, okay, bet I'll do it, and I do the video, and that's the video for the day.
yeah. Oh, I
And
really
then
like your
sometimes,
Unsolved series and stuff. It's really interesting.
I suppose, yeah, I don't know. It only really works for Rogue because the game's already been out for so long, so it's probably gonna only be for Rogue, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think about Debooking so far about the combat and how it looks like? A little bit of this
Oh yeah,
update.
debooking, man, looks like a good game, man. I'm excited to play. I'm
Yeah,
thinking about what videos. I'm just thinking about all the videos that I can make on it, but like just based off what we've seen so far, man, I like it. Though I think the thing is, debooking combat is more grounded. So there's obviously going to be like different audiences for that. Of course, everybody's in Rogue's going to try out Deboken eventually, which is at least like 30, 40,000 players. So
yeah,
I'm expecting Deboken to have like 20K players when it releases, which
yeah,
is going to be quite a bit. Well, actually, no, wait. Yeah, 20K players when it releases because Grand Piece was like what 300 Robux, I think. And that had
yeah,
like what 30K, I think 20K players. So when Debroken releases, it's not really Rogue. There's no life bar or there's like no life counter. So bam, you're gonna have a lot of experience fighting people who don't really play those type of games. So
yeah.
hopefully, people in the Rogue community become better.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to become like the best game on Roblox for the older audience. If on Roblox and stuff, yeah. About. Yeah, what do you feel about like the Roblox, the grindy games and stuff?
How do I feel about like the anime grinding games?
Yeah,
I mean, I can understand from the developer's perspective. They want to play it. Easy money, right? Same thing with
yeah,
YouTubers. YouTubers, they play it, they get the views. Nothing wrong with that. Some people do find it fun though. Like I
yeah,
won't, if they find it fun, they find it fun. I can understand like maybe if you're max level and it's like you're doing wars or like PvP, that's understandable. You know what I mean? I think just for a lot of people, they just don't like the grind aspect, of course. But I think for the most part, like games can be pretty fun, but only like the well-made ones, like the ones that are kind of bad. I don't have any examples, but like if it's a bad grind and the combat isn't fun, because if the combat's not fun, then nobody's gonna play the grind game. Only if you are, but you know what I mean.
yeah. Yeah, Grand Prix Online. Yeah, the combat looks fun. That's the only reason I play it.
Yeah, I haven't personally played Grand Peace Online yet, but I don't know. I've been thinking. I've just been thinking about like what it feels like, but I don't have time to really play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The only like game I see now I want to play is like ABA and just Rogue nowadays. Most of the time.
I don't know. For me, I play Sarb. Sarb's pretty good, but other than that, ABA, I like ABA. But I've been playing it for too long sometimes.
Yeah. No, I'm just waiting for the new update for the game and stuff. Chris is typing to you. Or like, in general.
Oh, I didn't see. Oh, let me look at it real quick on my other computer.
Yeah, I could just read it. He asked you what made you want to start your channel and stuff.
Why did I start my channel? When it came to starting up my channel, I had another YouTube channel actually back in the day, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't related to Rogue, but I did use Vegas Pro to edit videos, and I'm still pretty good at editing. I was like pretty good back then, right?
Yeah.
Same level or a little bit lower than I am now, but it didn't get any views, so I was like, I give up. And then, after a couple like months of playing Rogue, I was like, shoot. I looked at the videos on YouTube, and I was like, yeah, I think I could do better. Like, I think I could actually be one of the biggest ones if that's all they're doing. Because a lot of times I look at the videos and it's just music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like the edits, yeah, the edits. There's then the ones with like funny edits. Those are the ones that get a lot of views, like
Yeah.
the interesting ones. So I was like, okay, bet. What am I good at? Great sword, damn. But initially, it wasn't really like that. I made my channel name was actually originally called Sprinov, not Agamatsu, because I was making a video. It's like it was like way back. It was like a deep night trick or something like that. That video was like way old. It
Yeah.
was super old, but yeah, basically that video. And then like it didn't really get views, so I stopped. But then one day, right, this is what really kickstarted off my channel.
Yeah.
So I was playing on my friend's account, which was a Navern, right? And my build was a Deep Knight that emulated my friend's Dragon Rider's what is it called, Heroic Volley. And I was fighting these Ubers and I 2v1 these Ubers and I won. It was like
That.
two Ubers. It was like a 15-minute fight, and I was like, shoot, I could make a video about this, right?
Yeah.
And this is when I found out that Windows Game Bar existed because that's what I was using to record. So I recorded the fight, and then I realized I had a lot more greatsword clips that would have been better. So I was like, I don't really see anybody doing greatsword on YouTube. So you know what? I guess I'll just name it. I'll just name it the Big Sword, or somebody gave me that name actually. I think it was like I forgot. I was gonna call it like the Great Sword or the Big Sword, something like that, right? But then my friend said like you should do the Big Sword, and I was like, okay, bet. And yeah, that's how it all started. Sorry for the long explanation.
Well, that's cool. How we came up with those ideas. And Chris had a question. He said, "It's like, what do you think about the idea for a Rogue podcast?"
Idea for a Rogue podcast. I mean, I think it's already been done before,
Yeah, I seen like
but
them Storm do it.
I think it's a pretty cool idea. I don't mind a Rogue podcast.
Yeah.
Uh, would it be like live streamed or like pre-recorded and uploaded? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's up to you guys.
Yeah. It could be like recorded.
But I mean, I don't know. For most, I think you just have to you have to have a lot of things to talk about. You know what I mean? Because Rogue can be pretty boring to talk about at times.
Yeah.
For a whole like hour.
What I'm more like into Rogue now is like, even though it's not that good about, I mean, the lore aspect. Like, there's some stories and stuff.
Mm.
I want to see more of the lore aspect in Deep Woken.
All right, I'm back. I heard a little bit of what you guys were talking
Yeah.
about. I was just curious about like what made you want to start your channel and stuff like that. Because I remember the first video that I watched about you was just the big sword and you were screwing stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. I felt like your content,
Hmm.
at least now, was a lot different compared to other people. Because compared to everybody else, yours was more of like type of like kind of going into depth of what went into making Rogue, like different shit, like your what was the series called again? Where you just talk about stuff that was made in the game but later removed.
Yeah, when solved.
Oh yeah, Unsolved. I really like that series, even though.
It's an alright series still.
Nah, it's fucking awesome. It's better. than a lot of other content that I've seen RL YouTubers make. No offense to them, but it was a different take on it, which I liked a lot. Because most of the time, like as you said before, it was just basically like them fighting like five ultras, and it was just like some rap music behind it, or it's just a funny compilation.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of true. Yeah, all right.
But
So
it just felt good getting new content because it was really sad, at least for me, because a lot and then you came in with like a new aspect of how to make content, and I enjoyed that. So that's why I was trying to make a podcast because Infernasu and Demstorms made it, or like they attempted at making it, but then they stopped.
Infern also made one. Did he made a Roguelineage podcast?
Yeah, he made. I think it was like an episode or two, wasn't it, Eddie? I forgot how long it was.
I
It
haven't
was
heard
just
of
them talking.
Infernos's podcast.
It was Demstorms and Infernasu, and they were just talking about the game. I'm guessing, from my knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited for Deep Walking because I just want to feel that same feeling when I first started playing Rogue, where it's like you don't know what the fuck to do.
I hope it comes out at least after Christmas. Oh, not Christmas, but at least like sometime from January to June. At least available for the summer of 2021, so I can enjoy it to its fullest extent.
Yeah, that's tired.
I just woke up like an hour ago.
Oh, bro, I feel like you and Cap Casino have the same sleep schedule. What time zone do you live in? EU or Eastern
I
Pacific?
live in I live in Asia.
Asia, really?
Yeah,
Um, China, Japan,
Korea.
Korea. Oh, that's cool. Holy Korea, really? I thought you were from the U.S.
I mean, I'm not Korean, so I mean, I guess I'd understand why people would think that, but yeah, I just live in Korea. It's not bad of a place. A lot better than the U.S. in my opinion.
Anything like a lot of places are better than the U.S. I mean, I'm Japanese, and when I get enough to move out, I'm gonna fucking like for college at least. I'm gonna study abroad in Japan, hopefully.
Oh, I see. That's a good
Not
idea.
because I watch anime, just because it looks a lot more fucking cleaner over there. Personally,
Yeah, well, it's
Bro,
expensive too.
I'm going back to Norway, dude.
yeah, Eddie's a wild card. How's it in Norway, Eddie? Is it clean? Is it dirty? Like, how's it over there? Is
It's clean. That's just chill.
All right, man.
That's all I have to say.
It is really expensive to live in Japan, though. It's one of the most expensive places to live. But I live in California, so I don't know. Like,
Yeah, true. California
like
is dummy expensive.
a one bedroom house here is 1.2 million. Like, oh, I don't know. Literally anything else but Cali. Take me to Canada. I don't give a fuck.
Bro,
But
Canada.
I want to go to Japan. Huh? Sorry.
Never mind. Let's go ahead.
I want to go to Japan because I'm Japanese and I just want to see kind of the culture there. Not because I watch anime. I could care less, honestly, about the anime at least. I mean, I'm probably going to go see some shit relating to anime at least. But I feel like their culture over there is a lot different, at least, compared to other countries.
That is true. I mean, every country is different, I guess, in terms
They're
of.
different in their own aspects, yeah. But I mean, I think it's just because I'm biased because I am Japanese. But I don't know. That's just me personally. That's just my take.
Yeah, what did you guys feel about the K update when it first came out and stuff?
Me? Or
Yeah.
I actually wasn't playing when it first came out.
you played K when it first came out?
No, I didn't. I wasn't playing when K first came out,
Really?
so
I
I
thought you
wouldn't know.
played like. Well, you said you played in December, right?
Oh yeah, but I think it came out like November, something like that. October.
Oh shit! Really? Oh. Um, I didn't really play in K. Like, I wanted to go to K, but I didn't have an ultra or anything to go there. And when I got to K, I realized of how big of a shithole it is and how much I just wasted my time. Like, you can't progress in K without having a flood house. Unless you wake up at like 5 a.m. But even then, like the EU or the Asia servers probably catch up to you and you get ganked by another flood house. The only Uber I've gone a good amount of Ubers. The ones that I haven't gone are Wraith Knight and any mage Uber. I don't like mages.
I only got an Uber D Sage. That's the only
I like
one.
my favorite Uber of all time would probably just be Faceless because I've always liked Facelesses because I played a lot of Assassin's Creed in my time, and I just thought it was so fucking cool. If you just jumped off a building and you just like killed a crowd of people, I feel like I really got into liking Facelesses after watching Faceless Man run. I don't know what like inspired you to go a class, or did you just go it because it looked cool?
I went to class because it was easy to get it. That's why. At the time,
Understandable.
I didn't really have a. It was like again, Daroski was a freshie house, and we didn't really have much like many strong allies. So whenever we did get somebody strong, that was like the only like couple guys we had, and then so it was tough to get silver because we didn't know what we were doing.
I feel like nowadays it's so fucking easy to progress, but I feel like the problem is mostly just the ultras that just kill freshies for no reason half of the time, or just supers. Which I don't know why, but I mean, you do you. It's a lot easier nowadays because there's a lot more blacksmiths and different ways to get silver. Like, people are noticing that they can actually use their account to make silver. Personally. Like, 1.5k for a Toma service, and it only takes like 10 minutes to set up, and you get 1.5k. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Hmm. What do you feel I could like improve Gaia or something? Is it some?
What could improve Gaia once they okay, well I think it depends what you mean by improving Gaia, just like more balanced or
Okay,
more
just know
entertaining.
D-bot existed.
Uh,
First, like, what are you guys talking about? Sorry, I fucking drifted off for a second. My bad. Hello.
yeah.
I feel,
What could make Gaia better?
I feel like
You're
they
asking.
should add ranks back so that there's a competition, so that ultras don't just go for freshies. So they have actual competition. So they have something to look forward to. That comes with a lot of downsides
More content
because
into Gaia.
more content in general. Yeah, like different classes. So there isn't just a massive pile of only dagger classes. Like, if they made a different class with a different weapon, or if they just made another class for spear or some shit like that.
Cause if
I
you
think,
noticed, more people are playing K right now.
well, that's because everybody left K and people are seeing that it's a lot easier to progress over there nowadays. But the main reason why people go to K, at least, is because they want to go progress in Edict. I mean, for a lot of reasons of my friends, that's the only reason why they went back to K, so they can progress in Edict, because it was a lot harder back then to
Fights
progress.
are also more interesting.
Yeah, because I feel like they're actually trying to improve the game nowadays. Like, for one, they got rid of infinite comboing, improved Faceless's armor, and like Uber Faceless's armor and stuff like that, which is really nice. But I don't think it's gonna make a massive change. Like, it helped more people go to K to make fight more interesting, per se. But in order to get a
I
lot of
loved
people,
Uber World as a concept, but now they aren't doing anything with Gaia.
they aren't doing anything with Gaia or K in general. The main thing that they're doing right now is trying to balance out the game, which is what I like. Because I feel like they needed a fresh slate, per se. Getting rid of infinite combos was a huge step, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Definitely change as needed, but I don't know. I feel like once he kind of balances everything out, he's just kind of gonna like I don't know. I feel like for the updates, it's like there's a huge bang, like a huge bunch of changes, and then it's like radio silent for like the next couple weeks or maybe a month or two.
Exactly, because a bunch
Uh,
of people are fucking crying that they can't one combo with their facelesses anymore, shinobis, at least.
those classes are
Amount of
still
faceless and shinobi mains were crying.
Oh my god, House Valak was crying, bro. I mean, Fair Frozen D Slayers weren't really affected, because even though they gave a Fair Frozen nerfs, it's still really good. Like, I understand it's an artifact, but it shouldn't have a massive advantage in a 1v1.
Yes, sir.
fighting against a fair frozen D Slayer. The thing is, in my opinion, Frozen. The only thing Fair Frozen really adds is Sub-Zero Strike, right? Which can be annoying,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, a majority of the things that they do is still the same, with or without a Fair Frozen. Especially if they're Navern, they're still gonna light pierce you. They're still gonna hit you with uh Spirit Crusher. They're still gonna Thunder Spirit Crash you, and Wing Sword as they're doing it. So it's
The
still
only,
pretty much all the same. It's just one extra move, to be honest.
well, I mean, there's other stuff as well, but I get your point. There isn't really going to be a huge difference. I think too many people are looking on Fair Frozen as the main
With a fair
cause.
frozen, they get a damage multiplier, though.
That's true. But
Yeah, but it's not
even if they have
that
a
With
great
big,
though.
Sub-Zero,
Oh, no, that's true.
personally, they should change the class itself. Not completely. All it needs is just a little more, like a couple nerfs. Not a couple, but just like minor nerfs so that it makes it so you can't be an ultra sigil with body pop and you get fucking dead in like under 5 seconds. Not under 5 seconds, that's an exaggeration, but you get the point.
Well, it's kind of ironic because I remember back when I was playing, like first started playing, I think a lot of people were asking for D Slayer buffs, and they buffed it like to what it is now, and now it's like, oh, they're trying to go back. I think that's pretty ironic because I
I
remember everyone's
never
like, oh, D Slayer is
how about they
so
lower the
used.
amount of damage multiplier with Sub-Zero?
It's not necessarily a okay. Here's how it works. It's not a damage multiplier. It gives you frostbite, and frostbite reduces your health, like your max health. So imagine going from 100 to 70. It looks like it's a damage multiplier. In reality, you just have less health. So I'm still, if my attack does 50 damage, it's still going to do 50 damage. It's just going to look like more because you have 20 health left versus whenever you don't have frostbite, you have 50 health. Does that make sense? So you can see how it looks like a damage
Right.
multiplier, but in reality, you're just getting frostbite. Same thing with Metal Scream's exhaust. You're just getting the burn marks, which reduces your max health, and same thing with Impale.
Mhm. I don't know. Like Dragon Slayers weren't a problem back in the day. Like you could 1v1 them and it was a fair 1v1. Nowadays, I didn't even notice they were buffing D Slayers because I didn't really care about the updates. I cared more about like the big updates where they added new classes and stuff. But when I 1v1 the D Slayer later on while playing, I was like, what the fuck happened? Because like the guy just one comboed me without even trying to press any keys. He just clicked 1, 2, 3 and I was fucking dead. They definitely need to make changes to D Slayer though. Not Fair Frozen. I mean they can, but the main problem is just D Slayer, I guess you could say. Like they buffed it over extensively. Like they shouldn't have buffed it to that point.
Do you guys think it's like
I hate
any?
how they can avoid punishment from getting hit after Thunder Spear crash.
Exactly. Like
Uh,
I had a friend who was Uber mage Navrin, and what he used to do was he used to have a spear and he copied Thunder Spear Crash and he had a chair. So after he got you into a combo with his what's the mage combat called? I forgot what it's called. Well, you know, understand what I'm talking about, like that mana combat
what mana combat?
for Uber mages. That
One
type
of the
of
most annoying things right now is the people who use spells in Thunder Spear crash.
exactly like he would use Thunder Spear Crash and then chair, so it cancels out the end lag, and then he'll pop out of his chair and then just fucking Igniseer spawn 80 streakers. I don't know. It's really gay. Bad. It's real bad.
Yeah. You guys feel like it's a balancing issue
I
with
just think I need to remove some
races?
like
Can't get close to
races.
them and then
Yeah.
you
You mean
avoid
like
getting a combo
Navern?
in.
Yeah.
I don't think there's nothing you can do about Naver, man. Light Piercer is a super move. Like
Anything about
you
now?
can't change that unless they make it like that. You can't emulate it. But again, they already kind of nerfed being able to emulate stuff by like not letting you emulate chain pull. So Light Piercer, they're probably gonna let that stay in for good.
Yeah. I
So that's
remember when Navarans, like in K,
I don't feel like races are much of the issue, more the classes.
I
and
agree. Personally, like the Zen dodges, I have a little problem with them personally because it's the most annoying fucking thing in the world. Because I won't notice they're Zen and I'm thinking I'm doing damage, and then they just dodge all my hits. But I can understand other races. You don't really have a problem with them. It's just a little type of problem that I have, but it's
I
easily
just want them
avoidable.
to buff Screwman.
I
yeah.
agree. Scroom is the best race in the game, hands down. Their cousin, Metal Scroom, 50-50.
Is it too hard to ask?
yeah,
I
like
think it's that. I don't know. I feel like they're focusing on the game itself more than races right now. Hopefully, in the future, they give Scrooms a buff because I'd like to see like people actually using Scroom as a race rather than just using it for getting grips for an ultra.
yeah, like
I mean, that was really. I feel like they
I like the
balanced
fungus
race.
one idea.
I feel like it was a lot easier, at least now, to deal with races. Because back in the day, the Zen was really bad, but now they got Morvid, so you can kind of balance it out, I guess you could say. So it's not just one broken race. It's not. There's not a bunch of broken races. They're both good in their own aspects, I guess you could say. Not one race is the best race. It's kind of like rock paper scissors. One can beat one, but it also has a counter. And when it comes to fighting each other with the same race, the determiner, like, I forgot the word is, like, the factors of the fight of who's gonna win is most of the time who's better or who has the better class. Like, if you're a faceless fighting a wraith knight and you know how to keep your distance, then the faceless is gonna win hands down.
yeah. Hmm. Is it any more stuff to talk about?
During the interview, I just wanted to talk to you guys beforehand, and I think you guys are pretty chill, so I don't really have a problem with you guys.
Like no, because I'm down,
Yeah,
but
we
it depends how
Would
could.
you.
you be free next week? Like, cause I can't do it this week because of Thanksgiving break, and I'm all the way down in San Juan right now. It's up to you. Actually, I don't even know if they're awake.
Yeah, they're probably sleeping right now.
They're
Almost from
probably.
tackling from you.
I'm at them. Wake your asses up, nigga. Oh, James is on. I'm gonna ask James if he wants to do. Actually, I don't know about James. I don't know how.